The Roman Catholic Diocese of Lugazi traces its origin back to the pioneering efforts of the Mill Hill missionaries who arrived in Uganda in 1895. During this period, Catholicism had experienced significant growth in western Buganda under the French White Fathers, while the eastern part of Buganda remained largely under the influence of the English-speaking Anglican Church. Responding to this religious landscape, the French White Fathers requested the Catholic Church in London to send missionaries to establish a Catholic presence in eastern Buganda.
The White Fathers were mainly French, so they realized that it was going to be very difficult for them to come to Chagwe because the Anglicans were English, for them they were French. That's why later on they went to England, to Mill Hill, and asked them to come and take on this area.
This strategic request led to the establishment of the first Catholic mission in eastern Buganda at Nagalama in 1896 under the leadership of Father James Predegast. As the year progressed into the 20th century, the Catholic Church in Buganda was organized into two distinct provinces. The Western Province, rooted in the faith planted by the White Fathers, had its ecclesiastical seat at Lugazi Cathedral. Meanwhile, the Eastern Province, overseen by the Mill Hill missionaries and designated as the Upper Nile Vicariate, had its cathedral at Nsambya. These two entities operated independently until their eventual merger, which formed the Archdiocese of Kampala. This unification was led by Archbishop Emmanuel Subuga, who was appointed on August 5th in 1966 and 10 years later elevated to the College of Cardinals in 1976. Approximately 2 decades after the creation of the Archdiocese of Kampala, Pope Paul John II established the Diocese of Lugazi, carving it out from the Archdiocese's territory. The announcement was made by His Eminence Emmanuel Cardinal Wamala, then Archbishop of Kampala, during the annual priests' gathering at Isubi Seminary.
Lugazi Diocese was given Bishop Matthias Kamanya, who was there also with us at the picnic.
The diocese covers the entire Greater Mukono district, including modern-day districts of Mukono, Kayunga, Buyikwe and Buvuma, which also includes the Kome Island extending up to Entebbe International Airport.
Kome, the last island, is just opposite Entebbe Airport. One would ask, why go that far? That should be Kampala Archdiocese. But it's because when they were inaugurating this diocese, they said Lugazi Diocese is taking on Mukono district. Now, Kome Islands belong to Mukono district.
Geographically, Lugazi Diocese extends along the Jinja Highway from Namanve Coca-Cola to the Nile Bridge near Jinja. It borders Kenya near Lake Victoria to the east and reaches Lake Choga to the north, sharing boundaries with Lira district.
We reach Lake Choga. That is bordering Lira. It's only the water which. So from our landing place there, you see Akokolo. Akokolo is on the other side.
At the time of its establishment, the diocese served fewer than 1 million Catholics across 17 parishes. Today, the number of parishes has grown to 33, serving approximately 2 million Catholics, about 42% of the Christian population in Greater Mukono, making Catholics the majority faithful in the region.
It is a home of over 2 million people whose livelihood is connected to agriculture. Catholics form about 46% of the whole population.
One may wonder why the diocese's cathedral was only inaugurated in 2009 despite its creation in 1997. Initially, the cathedral was designated to be at Chibubu, which had been earmarked by the Mill Hill missionaries and where the current bishop's residence is located. However, the diocese required significant land for a spacious cathedral. This opportunity arose thanks to the generosity of the late engineer and businessman John Kurubya Senseko, who in 2006 sold a large tract of this land to the diocese.
This other area was owned by Mwana Womwami Kurubya Senseko. And at that time, he wanted to become mayor of Kampala. That's how we got this land where we are now. We bought it from Kurubya.
Since its founding, Lugazi Diocese has been shepherded by 2 bishops. Bishop Matthias Sekamanya, now Bishop Emeritus, who focused heavily on education, health and charitable activities through Caritas, was the first. His successor, Bishop Christopher Kakoza, has continued to foster growth, prioritizing development initiatives and establishing a priests training center.
Bishop Sekamanya, as a ministry, was education, to make sure that the children of this area are very well educated, health, and development. Bishop Kakoza came in 2015, and he has helped, one, to bring people together here. He has also put up a priest center, St. Francis.
The diocese boasts a lay community with around 1,760 small Christian community groups of 20 to 50 households that gather regularly for spiritual and mutual support, not forgetting its dynamic youth apostolate.
Every part of the diocese has that setup, from a home to the small Christian communities. I told you there are about 1,760, and then from the local Christian community you go to the sub-parish level. The sub-parish is a collection of about 5 to 10 small Christian communities.
As Lugazi Diocese prepares to host this year's Uganda Martyrs Day celebrations, its remarkable journey from inception to its present stature reflects its resilience and spiritual vitality. The diocese's growth in pastoral care, education, and health care shows its commitment to serving its people and spreading the Christian message across central Uganda. DAVID IJJO, NTV.